going to go over to the team that everybody loves to hate or you love to love them. There's no in between. No one's indifferent on this organization. It is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Which Dodgers outfield prospect do you think will have the better career, Drew? Josue DePaula or Zaire Hope?
Oh, it's really like choosing between chocolate and vanilla ice cream. They're both so tasty. It's more maybe what you want in a given day. I like Jose DePaula, though. I think that he's a very impressive batter. Uh, DePaula this year at high A, slashing 247, 392, 391, OPS of 783, 10 home runs, 33 RBI. I've always liked DePaula because I feel like he really shines in the big moments, at least the big moments I've seen. And none was brighter than in Atlanta for the Futures game. DePaula really, really unloaded, and I think that seeing it in person, seeing the power, seeing the on-field package with my very eyes, really just turned a corner for me with this kid who I think is absolutely outstanding. But I do have to say, when it comes to Dodgers outfield prospects, whether it's DePaula, Zaire Hope, or others, you really can't go wrong a lot of the time because it seems like those guys are just growing on trees in Los
No, and
Angeles.
they have a ton of choose your own adventures, and in this adventure, I'm choosing Zaire Hope. Zaire Hope, you can hope on a lot of things with him. You can hope that there's power. You can hope that the speed still translate. I don't think it will. He's not a great defender in the corner outfielder, but he just might not. He might hit enough that it doesn't really matter. He's a little aggressive at the plate, but he does walk a little bit as well, so he offsets it. I feel like that's if he's someone that I'm very fascinated to see how he goes in the high minors, because it's optimal attack angles. It is lifting and pulling. He is like the lift and pull king. Some might call him a lift and pull merchant. If you don't like him, he's a lift and pull king if you do like him. Zaire Hope is a fascinating prospect. He recently fell for us in our recent top 100. He went from about a top 10-ish prospect in my mind to falling all the way, 14 in my mind, which isn't the worst fall in the entire world. But I think Zaire Hope has a chance to be a middle of the order bat. Not that Jose DePaula doesn't, but I think that Zaire Hope has just a little bit touch more upside. He's a little bit more speed, a little bit more defensive value to him, because I think Jose DePaula may ultimately be the Freddie Freeman replacement. What's up?
I just had a question because we're talking about Dodgers outfielders. Like we said, there are so many of them. If you had to say, let's just say by some stroke of luck or genius or whatever you call it, all of the Dodgers' current outfield type prospects were to come up and have opportunity at the same time, where would you put them? And I'm talking guys like DePaula, Eduardo Quintero, Zaire Hope, Mike Sirota. Where would you slot those guys in? I guess Emil Morales, if you wanted to include him as well.
Defensively, I would put Quintero in center
Sure.
field. He's the loadout center fielder. DePaula is probably left field. Hope's right field. But that's a very
Okay.
rough defensive outfield because of Hope and DePaula in those spots. But I think that's a fascinating way to look at it. And then
Do you think?
Andy Pages, who refuses to walk. He's become one of my favorite players. Very underrated player in general. Sorry, Drew, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I that you answered the question perfectly, and I thought that it was interesting because the two major Dodgers outfielders we talked about, but really down. All the way down to their lowest depth of the minors, and they have an outfield squad of just absolute juggernauts. The Dodgers outfield is a great place to pluck talent from at any level of the game.